Yo, what up everybody? I'm Akeem Watson, and in your fix of entertainment news today, Shang-Chi pokes fun at the haters, Scarlett Johansson wants Disney to pay up, and a Twitter user hacks into the Matrix. Let's drop it. Some folks online might have doubted the box office numbers for Marvel's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, but with it pulling in $71.4 million domestically over the 3-day weekend, ending its 4-day Labor Day weekend with a global box office total of $127.6 million, Shang-Chi is not only breaking records, but making history as the best Labor Day opening weekend ever at the box office. Now, it's also the second best opening weekend since the pandemic, just behind Black Widow and skirting on past F9. Now, to celebrate this slam dunk at the box office, actor Simu poked fun at all the haters out there by tweeting out this stock image with the caption, quote, "Me laughing at the people who thought we'd flop." And if that dude in the stock image looks familiar to you, well, it should. That's Simu himself. He modeled for a bunch of stock photos back in 2014 for a whopping, get this, $120. Yeah. Now, the value of those stock images just increased exponentially. Like, stonks are way up, baby. Yeah. Now, not only is the latest Marvel film crushing it at the box office, it's also getting favorable reviews amongst critics. We here at IGN gave it a solid 8 for great, making you feel like a superhero. Yeah, I see y'all in the comments typing that meme. Yeah, you've been noticed, okay? Now, only just this once. Yeah, let's move on. Now, it feels good to see an assumed underdog completely obliterate the expectations of the naysayers out there and find itself in top position to be able to brag and boast. Because if the movie had flopped, well, the haters sure as hell would have made a litany of videos mocking its performance. So, you know what? Shout out to Simu, Awkwafina, and the rest of the cast on the success of their latest Marvel film. The latest Marvel film. Now, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is exclusively in theaters right now, arriving on Disney Plus next month. Now, in other Marvel news, Scarlett Johansson is reportedly asking Disney to dig on deep and cough up some major coin for the whole day-and-date release rollout for Black Widow. Now, following the change in release plans where Black Widow debuted on Disney Plus in addition to theaters, Johansson's team reportedly tried to negotiate a deal for the actor to receive $100 million. Now, you're probably asking yourself, where in the world did they come up with that particular number? Well, according to the Wall Street Journal, the calculation was based on what the star would receive in a hypothetical global box office take of $1.2 billion. Now, this sum was estimated based on Marvel's past theatrical releases before the pandemic, plus the actor's starting salary of $20 million for her role as the Black Widow. Now, this was the starting bid the actor's team approached Disney with upon finding out the studio had plans to do the whole day-and-date release instead of exclusively launching the film in theaters. However, the report states that the negotiations never got off the ground because Disney, well, they never made a counteroffer. Thus, we find ourselves here now with Johansson and her team deciding to sue Disney over the alleged breach of contract. Now, the Wall Street Journal report notes that the reasons contract negotiations fell through was due to some uncertainty on who should lead the discussion. Now, Disney later responded to the lawsuit, saying that they fully complied with the stated contract and that this particular rollout would significantly enhance the actor's ability to earn additional compensation on top of what she was already receiving. While $100 million is a pretty large sum to pay out, and there's no doubts Disney's got the money, we'll have to wait and see how this all plays out in court. And finally, one fan just couldn't wait to get lost in the Matrix, so they decided to reverse engineer the promotional website for Matrix Resurrections to uncover teasers for every possible combination. Now, Twitter user and 4D chess player LinuxCT did some digging to see how the website whatisthematrix.com was generating the URLs for the videos of every possible combination. Now, those results were then compiled into a code pen where users can now generate a link to any video they'd like to see specifically. In what Linux CT dubs the Matrix 4 promo video finder, users are able to select different variables that'll influence the outcome on the site, presenting you with a link to the corresponding teaser. Now, it's quite the undertaking to break down a website that just dropped a few days ago before the movie trailer is expected to be released. But you know what? I guess it speaks to how excited some fans are for the fourth entry into the Matrix franchise. Now, this is also the perfect way to kind of generate hype for the movie, don't you think? I mean, come on now. We'll all be returning and dreaming of Zion when The Matrix Resurrections hits theaters December 22nd. You know, they better actually bring back POD for the soundtrack. Sleeping Awake, that song was a banger. Sleeping Awake, ooh, banger. Anyways, I'm gonna bang on out of here because that was your entertainment fix for today, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Akeem Lawanson, and now that you're all caught up on the news, check out this official teaser for Matrix Resurrections. Download the IGN app on all your devices, and for everything else, keep it locked right here on IGN.